here or left? Anyone? Pretend, right? So it's a bit of a wild ride, being a high school teacher. You never know what to expect. You know, it could be a dacking, you could be called a bitch, it could be, you know, a lockdown. You just never know what to expect, which is what I love about my job. But more specifically, I'm a music teacher. It can be a bit of a minefield with some of the sexual innuendo with the music terms. So I don't know if you know, but the sound hole in a violin is called an F hole. That's fun. Third string on a guitar is called a G string. And don't even get me started about wind instrument fingerings. Minefield. Don't go there, just don't go there. But yeah, so sometimes feel a bit out of touch with the kids, feel a bit old sometimes. For example, went to some markets and they had this like, it was like a jewellery, you know, set up. It was cool, like handmade jewellery, wooden, and there were like fruit and veggies. And I thought, random, cool, I'll buy a couple, you know, why not, right? So that I'm wearing a set of them in the classroom, and I get this, you know, boy from the back of the room go, "Miss has dick celeries," and I'm like, what is he talking about? What? And I was just like, huh? Anyway, so yeah, there were eggplants. They went in the bin. But you know, I told him where to go. I told him to accelerando himself out the door. I told him called him an F-hole. Don't come back. You know? But yeah, there's lots of names at school. You know, you get lots of different names. Some I can't get on board with. For example, Phil with 2 L's, unnecessary. Greg with an extra G, I don't feel safe around you. And while we're at it, you know, Jeff with a G, you can get a fuck as well. Which brings me to my own name. I go by Gin, but full name is Virginia. And I just want to say that the most important letter in my whole name is the last I, right? So spelling's hard, I'll help you out. So without the last I, my name is Virgina, right? Sound it out with the person next to you. Right, so it's not easy having a name that's one letter away from vagina, right? Can be funny though. For example, when you're maybe, you know, dentist or a doctor's reception, that they ask you for your name, right? So I purposefully don't spell it, you know, I'm wild like that. Just see what happens, right? So, and I love the look of terror on their faces when they have forgotten that last I, or they just stop at virgin, and you go, all right, is this where we're at? Like, come on, let's grow up. But it's funny, yeah. It's often followed by like mad scribbling on the page, red face, and like, yeah, sorry, ma'am, could you spell that? And I'm like, yeah. But it's funny how often my name is misspelt. It happens all the time, and I just feel like you know, like at work, like colleagues, like I get, you know, emails that have gotten the last I, and it's kind of like, I thought we were tight, I thought we were cool, I thought we were mates, I thought you at least knew my name. You're like, I know yours, right? Yeah, not always the case. And even happened at my own brother's wedding on the nameplate, vagina. And I was like, come on, like, does anyone think that's anyone's name ever? Like, answer is no, and spelling is important, right? Yeah, so it brings me to another name, Jenny. So I live in Bellingen with my partner, love living here, beautiful place, you know, great people, you all know that, you know, precious quiet, but, so this young couple come to the door one day, with a bottle of wine under their arm, and they asked me if Jenny lives here, and like, I'm not good on the spot, so I was like, I think I mumbled something about our address, like, and then they left, and there were all these things I wish I had said, like missed opportunities, right? So I was like, okay, for example, start rattling off Jennies with different surnames, right? So, I mean, like Jenny Smith, Jenny Johnston, Jenny Craig. I mean, they all they all live upstairs. I mean, you got to be more specific, right? You know, and just watching or something like Jenny did live here until the incident. Go solemn and close it. But we don't talk about Jenny anymore. Close the door. You know, my partner asked my partner Ellen to come down and come to them like, yeah, Jenny lives here. Come in. We're Jenny's lesbian partners. You know, come in. Just watching them. What the fuck? Just just for the shock and confusion. But yeah, so missed opportunity. I'll try harder next time.
Are you sure that was your first time standing on stage and telling jokes?